What's going on?
What the hell is up? We're back. This is the 5th episode of SamandMatty.com. It is Monday, April 1st at 5:18 p.m.
Yep.
The birds are singing. The sun is out. It's a beautiful day.
Gorgeous spring day.
And I have some big news to tell you
Oh.
guys. I fixed that thing where the thumbs up happens. That's not going to happen anymore. So if you like that, I'm sorry. But if you didn't, it's gone, and I fixed it. And
What
it's not
was
gonna do
it?
that
Like,
anymore.
did you? My thumbs up is so weird looking. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
Eminem's middle finger in 8 Mile.
Why did he do that?
It's the thumb, too. It's so cool.
Why did he do that?
It's one of the best middle fingers of all time, I think.
Well, let's do this for the thumbnail.
No, we can't do that as the thumbnail. It'll probably get, we'll get demonetized.
Oh, yeah. True. That's
I need to get monetized.
How do you get monetized just in general? Like, what can I do for money? Let me know in the comments. I'm about ready to do anything at this point.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm trying to figure out lately. I'm trying to think of like a scheme
Or scam.
where I can get rich, and now this part is unheard of, quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to become rich quick. We went to the grocery store today and bought mostly a normal amount of stuff, and it was $200.
Like nothing even fun. Pretty much.
A couple fun things.
Like-
A couple fun things, but not a lot.
No.
Not a lot.
Mostly bought tofu and canned beans. So, I mean, I guess that's fun, but like we didn't get like a cake or like donuts.
No. And it was $178. So and that was going to the poor person grocery store where everybody's mad at each other and yelling. So I need some kind of scheme to get quickly rich.
Yeah.
And don't tell me I need to work.
Don't suggest getting a job.
Don't suggest working more
I
than
don't want one of
more than
those.
1 day a week, because I really don't want to do that. I'm not really interested in that. It's kind of not my vibe.
If you like working, you're cucked by the system.
Oh yeah, you're cucked by big work.
Don't try and lie and say I love my job. It's so fulfilling.
Work cells be like, I just I just get bored if I have the day off. I just get bored.
No,
What do you
don't.
mean?
There's
you
a
get
thousand
bored.
things you could do.
There's so many.
Ever try lying down?
There's so many things you can do that are absolutely unproductive,
And amazing.
and that's not even counting the productive things you could try to do. Today I'll give you the rundown of the things I did. Okay. You were there for all of it, but
I don't know.
You can-
Maybe there's a surprise in there.
you can back me up on this.
Okay.
I woke up.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at my phone in bed.
Amazing.
Already bombed.
Amazing
right off the
choice.
rip. So sick. Straight from people will tell you, don't wake up. Don't look at your phone when you wake up. You have to go outside and expose your eyeballs to the sun for
Those people are
17
sick.
minutes. No.
Those people are sick.
Look at your phone right away.
It's an amazing way to feel dopamine the second you wake up.
There's-
What could be so wrong with that?
Especially if you went to bed at 10 p.m. or whatever. A lot of stuff happened overnight. There's a lot of little arguments that went on. People said dumb things. People said cool things. People posted hot, sexy pictures you could like.
You've missed out on a lot.
You've missed a lot. So first things first, look at your phone
For a
probably
long time.
about 40 minutes.
At least. Don't just
For
take
probably
a little
about
peek.
40 minutes.
Dive in.
And another important thing is to set up your phone to have a limit for your social media. That's probably about an hour or something. And then when it gets to that hour, you put in your code and you say allow all day.
Yeah.
So that you at least know when you hit your minimum limit of good phone time. After that, that's extra.
That's
That's
just
bonus
cherry on
phone
top.
time. That's the cherry on top. So we're not even past the first thing yet. You wake up, you look at your phone for a long time in bed. Don't even think about getting out yet.
No.
When you do get out of bed, I'm just going to continue with what I did, but this is cute. It is a good path to follow. So I got up I put my little clothes on. I went downstairs. We didn't have coffee because I didn't buy any. So we had to go to the store. So we went for a walk.
That was nice.
That's the second thing you can do in a day. That's something that you can trick yourself into thinking it's like a good use of your time too. Because you can be like, oh, this is exercise. I'm outside. I'm getting fresh air.
Stretching your stems.
I'm stretching my legs. I'm not going to get blood clots. That is great stuff. If you're talking to like your family or like your therapist or whatever, and you're like, yeah, I went for a walk. They're like, okay, this guy's on the path.
Because every single time I try and get prescribed antidepressants, the person's always like, have you tried going for a walk?
Have you tried going for a walk?
Have you tried going for a walk? So apparently that works in place of medicine.
Didn't work for me. I have to do both. But I went for a walk. Went to the coffee store. Got a bag of coffee for later. That counts as like
a chore.
I'm doing a chore. I'm doing something for myself later.
Yeah.
And I got a coffee for my walk back. So you spend a little bit of money, you get that kind of thrill. That's 3 things I've done today so far. Without working, I'm not even close to bored yet.
And you're not even close to making money.
No, I've only spent money. We're not talking about making money. I'm talking about what you can do if you don't work.
Right.
You're
just giving ideas.
Yeah, I'm just giving ideas. To the people who think that it's boring to not work, these are ideas of stuff you could do.
Okay.
So after I went for a walk, we went to the grocery store, spent $10,000, got some peanut butter, whatever. Came home, put the stuff away. That's a chore. Check mark. Productive. You get the thrill of having done something for yourself. After that,
you did the dishes.
Yep. I had a little lunch, and then, baby, it was time to look at my phone again. And I did that for a long time this time. And I switched up. In the morning, I looked at Instagram and TikTok, Instagram and Twitter. My afternoon phone session, I looked at TikTok.
It's different.
It's
a whole different
world. It's a whole different set of things. I'm seeing basketball. I'm seeing a guy gets pulled over by the police. It's really long, really boring, multiple parts. 2/3 of the way through the second part, I say to myself, what am I watching this for? Oh my God, so much stuff you can watch. Send stuff to your friends. That's being a good friend. That's checking in. That's communicating.
Yeah.
That's great.
We did some math.
We did?
Yeah, we paid everyone.
And we paid everybody for the tour that we went on.
We found out exactly how much money we lost.
That's kind of work though, so maybe we leave
it doesn't count if you lost money.
That's true. We didn't make money. So. Okay. After that, I had a shower. I ate 2 Cliff Bars. Pumped me up. Energy. And the Cliff Bar packaging, there's a guy climbing on it, doing outdoor activities. So if I eat 2 of those and then lay on the couch, that's kind of like I did an activity. Kind of like I'm doing outdoor stuff. And then we made a poster for the upcoming tour that is yet to be announced, but it will be.
Yeah, we did teamwork.
Which is a form of work, but we didn't get paid for it. So, and now we're doing this. So that's just in a few minutes. I've listed off just like, and I played NBA 2K.
That's true.
The Detroit Pistons defeated the Brooklyn Nets. I put up 26 points, all of them in the paint. I'm not taking shots. I'm only doing layups.
God, look at you.
Cooking. And that's just all stuff I did instead of going to work. You think that you're going to be bored if you don't go to work? God.
I'm honestly exhausted just hearing about all of that.
It's a lot. It'll get you through the day. And I have a basketball game on TV to look forward to later. There's so much you can do that isn't going to work. We need to stop with the mind control put in place by our bosses and by the people that we owe money to and to our landlords or mortgage lenders.
Or Galen Weston.
They think they need the money, but they don't. It's more important that I don't work and you don't work either. So this episode of the podcast, I'm telling you right now, we're not working anymore. Work is out. Work is done. Work is cooked. We're chilling.
We're chilling. Chilling's in.
2024 is the year of chilling. Chilling is in. We've got the big solar eclipse coming up. That's going to put a lot of change into the air.
That's true.
It's not going to be time to work anymore. And leading up to that, I think we got to think about our stuff and figure our stuff out. And you can't do that if you're working at your office job. You're going into your office job. You're so bored at home. You have to go to your office job and see your office boyfriend, who's a guy you wouldn't even talk to normally, but he's at work every day bringing his disgusting little sandwich. He's the cutest guy at work.
Hard-boiled eggs.
He's the only guy who irons his shirt at the office. So you think you can talk to him? Sad. I just hang out at home with my cats and my wife. And you could be doing that too. It's just something to think about. That's just something to think about, all right? Something I've been thinking about a lot. So if you have any get-rich-quick schemes, let me know, because I have so many forms of chilling that I really need to get into.
And I just feel like we have endless potential. Like, I just feel like there's an untapped potential. Like, I know that we're, beautiful and sexy and smart and talented.
For sure.
But, like, we're poor. So we need, like, what can we do to, like, we should have money. That's how I feel.
We watched Infinity Pool yesterday. I feel like I could have been in that movie. I could have been the guy that gets jacked off.
That could have been you. Pretty
just
Matty
if you're a casting director and you need somebody to get jacked off in the film, let me know.
Like, you could have been the penis stand-in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Alexander Skarsgård is not showing hog. That was not his penis.
I think that's so... Okay, I really loved Infinity Pool because I thought it had all of the elements to kind of a spooky movie that we were talking about we wanted again. Full
it really
penis,
is. You saw some vagina,
sex.
so many boobs.
You saw vagina,
sex.
you saw boobs. It was like all these people having sex, all the
guys
old
having sex
people.
with each other, old people, young people, hot people, not people.
Beautiful movie.
Yes.
What was it about? Couldn't tell you.
Couldn't really. Something I think about how
stem cells.
No, I think it's about how rich people, the law doesn't apply to them or something.
Oh.
I think that's what it's about.
Cloning.
I think those are just
killing clones.
Yeah. But the problem with this is that I feel like they're always using prosthetic penises.
Oh, yes, that's what I was going to say. It's not fair because Mia Goth showed her real naturals.
Yep.
Big old naturals.
Yep.
For like 20 minutes on screen.
Skarsgård didn't have to show his big natural.
And up and down and up and down. But we don't know that it wasn't his penis.
I don't think it was.
It's safer to assume that it wasn't.
I am going to Google it while we talk about it. It's almost always not real.
I remember when we watched May December and then we found out that Charles Melton used a prosthetic penis for one of the scenes in the film. And I don't recall seeing a penis in that film.
I had to look it up.
So there was a penis in the film?
Yes, but it's not real.
It's not
and
real,
it's
yeah.
So,
but like,
you see it so briefly. It's like, I think he's like pulling his pants back up and you see hog hanging.
It's just make it real. Make it real. You know, I want the real thing. I mean, I know there are websites where I can go to see that. But I just think Hollywood, if you're like, the budget is there, you got the money, why is it got to be an illusion, you know, claymation? I want it to be the real thing. Maybe I want to suspend my disbelief and see, like, the real thing. A celebrity's genuine wood. I just want to know what they look like with their clothes off, so I don't have to use my imagination anymore. You know, like the whole time I was watching Ricky Stenicki, I was like, what does John Cena look like naked? Because it could be cool to know.
I'm sorry, one second. I'm close.
Are you in the Power Pop chat? Are
you
using this as a moment to hang out with your Power Pop friends?
Hell no. So, two things. Firstly, it seems like the original... Okay, so the original version of Infinity Pool that played at Sundance was dialed back, and they did not show Hog.
Oh.
But then in the NC-17 director's cut that was released, which is what we watched, you see Dick. But let me tell you something. It's fake.
Oh.
It's fake.
There was a scene where a dick came out of a vagina.
That was cool.
That was really
that was
cool.
something I'd never seen before.
I've never seen anything like that before.
So shout out to Brendan Cronenberg, my Canadian king,
for coming up with that
for coming up with something nasty. Nice to see him following in his father's footsteps of creating things that are disgusting and weird.
It really reminded me of like when your hot dog slips out of the bun and it rolls onto the pavement and it gets all full of stones and you're like, oh, fuck, that's the best part that just fell out.
Is that something that happens to you?
I feel like it could. It probably has. You lose your wiener. Your wiener rolls off the bun. That's always happening. That's always happening. That's always happening. You're just so little, your hand can't hold that bun. And then the wiener slips out. Gets covered in gravel. And then you don't want to eat it, but your dad says it's fine. Dusts it off, but it's still a little crunchy. It feels weird on your teeth.
One of the last things I did with my dad before he passed was buy him a hot dog from the vendor outside of Canadian Tire.
You're a good son.
He offered to buy hot dogs for us, and then we got there and he had no cash and there was no veggie dog. So I really got severely played in that situation.
That's so your dad.
It really is. But now every time I see a hot dog vendor, I think about the last time I bought my dad a hot dog.
That's kind of beautiful.
It is kind of beautiful,
it is
isn't
beautiful.
it?
The last time I saw my dad, he was begging me to buy him a jar of Cheese Whiz, and I said no. I said no because it looks like you're dying and you shouldn't be eating Cheese Whiz. And he said, well, will you get me some Twizzlers at least? And I said, sure.
These guys were really on a ride together.
Honestly.
Separate but together. Mm-hmm. They're probably chilling.
I hope that they're upstairs. I hope they're upstairs.
I mean, my dad
they are
is upstairs. They
They're
both are upstairs. Let's merge the ashes.
Yeah, just combine the ashes. Ash salad.
Yes.
Dad ash salad.
Dad ash. Send pics of dad ash.
Oh, God.
When we die, we should get our ashes merged.
We have to. We're getting cremated together.
Yes.
That's the only option.
Regardless.
If alive
if
or
one person
dead.
is alive, they get cooked too.
I want to.
I'm into it. I like it.
I've been having intrusive thoughts lately about you dying, and every time I have one, the only logical thought that crosses through my mind is that I hope I can blow my brains out absolutely instantly.
My God. We're getting too heavy on the pod. Don't think about that stuff because you do have some kind of psychic power, and I worry about you willing.
That's my problem. This is my problem. I spoke to a psychic about this the other day at work, or like a spiritual person, because my problem is that I have willed things into existence. I have been clairvoyant in my lifetime, and I worry that sometimes I have these intrusive thoughts that are scary, and I wonder if I'm not having an intrusive thought, if I'm actually having a premonition, and then I start to get scared, and then I start to get worried, you know?
Well,
that's my problem.
We're going to have a problem if you make that happen.
What would Kelly Ripa do?
Not have intrusive thoughts. Do you think Kelly Ripa is mentally unwell, or is she chilling?
Oh, she's fine.
Do you think
she's fine.
Do you think so?
I actually think she might be a cyborg.
I can see that.
And when she's off air, it's just like...
Fembot.
Every morning, that's what it's like. She's ready for the day. That's just my personal thought about Kelly Ripa, who I love. Call me.
Yeah, that's cool. Earlier this week, we put out the first single from Heavenly Sweetheart, A Little Worse Be With Another Sunny Day. And if you haven't listened to that, go listen to that. It's on all the streaming stuff. We played a show at Edgeman Screen Printing in Detroit.
So fun.
My favorite place. My favorite people.
The Detroit scene is so like tight knit, but yet welcoming at the same time. It feels so lovely to just like be like a little tiny crumb within that scene, because I do think it's so beautiful, and I love going to shows in Detroit. I love playing shows in Detroit. I love the people of Detroit. I love Detroit. I love the Detroit Pistons. I love Pie-Sci. I love the Whole Foods in Detroit. I love the Target in Allen Park, and I love the Five Below in Allen Park and the Ulta in Allen Park. I just love Michigan. I know I always say Ohio is my favorite state. Michigan is my favorite state.
This is the Michigan shout out hour. Shout out Joey. Shout out Kevin. Shout out Sylvia. Shout out Jimmy. Shout out Mike. Shout out Ryan Allen. Alex Marquise. Who else we got?
The staff at Pie-Sci.
The staff at Pie-Sci, no doubt. The staff at Little Caesars Arena. Kate Cunningham.
Jalen Duran.
All my guys.
Tim Robinson.
Janie.
Yes, everyone.
Detroit rocks.
Detroit. April in the D.
Detroit's badass. We played with Normal. They were sick.
So cool.
We played with Rex Tycoon from Pittsburgh. Bomb.
That's
good.
a star.
Their record came out on Popwig. You should listen to that.
So good.
It was cool to play with a show with someone else tall.
Oh, true.
So rare.
That is rare
to play with another tall king. I find that most people in music are quite petite, small in stature. Detroit people are not that small in stature generally. I find a lot of Detroit people are biggins like me, but
it's that Detroit River water.
I think it is.
Because
I think there's something to it.
Pretty big.
Yeah. Yes. My whole Windsor crew is big. So there's something happening, but generally I find that music people are tiny little twinks. Yeah. So to play a show with another front person who is quite tall and wearing a Pistons jersey.
Cut from the same cloth.
Rocked.
Cut from the same cloth.
Rocked.
And the Pistons won.
Against
the
they
Wizards.
played while we played. So isn't that something?
My D, Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah. Suck my fucking balls, Kyle Kuzma. You sexy little piece of shit.
He's way too hot. He's so hot. I hope he has an acting career after. And I
He
hope that he
definitely
gets to
could.
be in a movie where we see everything.
I could see him in like a fast film maybe. Or something like that, like some kind of action movie. I could see him.
Oh, we watched Roadhouse with my parents.
Yes.
It was neither good nor bad, I thought. There were fun moments.
It entertained me. I watched it tip to tail. I saw the beginning, the middle, and the end. At no point was I really like, this is too long or I'm bored.
Yeah.
Don't ever in a million years think I'll watch it again.
I just don't
feel like I need to.
At the end of the day, I'm just like, what was it all for? That he did all that.
I don't think I watched the movie. Like I said, I saw the beginning, the middle, and the end. What did they want the Roadhouse for? He
wanted to build I think the evil kid wanted to build like a condominium or like a big resort on the where the Roadhouse was. It just.
And she didn't want to sell it to him?
Yeah, I guess not.
Because I think I would just sell it.
At that point, yeah.
Seems like a lot of trouble.
I thought it was interesting that they had live music every night, and the live musicians were being put in such danger. I didn't think that was fair to them, really.
I do think that musicians should have to play inside of a cage.
Yeah.
I think that was a good element.
That was a good idea.
Yeah, really good idea, especially with the way some of these musicians are getting into trouble. You know what I mean? Might be good to keep them in a cage. Keep them away from the audience.
I like Jake Gyllenhaal. I think he's charming. I don't know if he's bad or good, but in the film, I thought he was charming.
I don't think he's bad.
But I don't know if he's good either.
He's probably not good.
Yeah.
He's probably not good.
But he was in this film.
He was in this film?
Roadhouse. It made me laugh a couple times, but not like in a way where I was like, that's a funny movie. Like I was like the part where he's like, this piano's out of tune. I was like, get out of here.
Yeah, that's very like a Marvel movie coded. That kind of
like break the fourth wall kind of thing.
Yeah.
Get a load of this guy.
Yeah. In the movie, Jake Gyllenhaal is objectively very fit, but I don't like the way it looks. I think he needs to be. I don't want to see every muscle.
Oh, but Post Malone was in the
Post
movie.
Malone was in the movie, and I thought he looked good.
Hot as
Yes. Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
That's a guy I wish I could see at the mall.
What?
I don't know, I just feel like every episode we're like, we saw the Easter Bunny at the mall.
Oh,
we saw Fergie at the mall. I wish I could see Post Malone at the mall.
Yeah, that's true. He looks good in that movie.
But
when
that's
he was
one
doing
thing,
his
like-
little cowboy era, I really liked
Yeah,
that.
like a dirty cowboy.
Yeah.
I that was a scene where I was like, I wanted to see Post Malone and Jake Gyllenhaal fight, and then Post Malone had to be a little pussy about it.
Yeah,
Couldn't even
Post
fight
Malone.
Jake Gyllenhaal. Couldn't even unlace his boots. That's how the movie opens up.
I think they should have made Jake Gyllenhaal a little thicker.
Chubby.
A little
because like he's
thicker.
kind of supposed to. I thought he was supposed to be kind of like
He's out of the game.
He's out of the game. Also, could have been played by John Cena. That could have been.
That could have been something
better.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Conor McGregor's in the movie. Spends the entire movie like this.
Really cute butt cheeks on that guy, though.
Yeah, he did have a cute butt,
really
didn't
cute butt cheeks.
I think they should have showed his penis though.
They almost did. They almost did.
A lot of people were giving him guff about his performance, but I also enjoyed that. I thought
he was
good.
a psychopath, and he was supposed to be a psychopath.
Yeah, I had fun.
Mhm.
Pretty fun movie.
Pretty fun
It's no
movie.
infinity pool.
No, and it's no Ricky Stenicki.
It's no Ricky Stenicki. It was not Ricky Stenicki.
No.
Ah!
It wasn't. No.
Ricky
don't.
Stenicki, I
Don't do
definitely
this.
at one point was like, this is too long.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Ricky Stenicki lost the plot, which broke my heart.
Yes.
Roadhouse had no plot, so it kind of
Nothing to
was
lose.
Nothing to lose.
Yeah. I would watch Ricky Stenicki again before
Roadhouse. Me too.
Roadhead. Now that's a movie I'd watch. With John Cena.
And Zac Efron.
Reprising their roles from Ricky Stenicki.
Ricky Stenicki Road Trip. Roadhead.
Ricky Stenicki Road Trip, Roadhead. This one's gonna get sticky.
Sticky Stenicki.
Sticky Stenicki. Okay. All right. Well, I think we're on to something here.
That's the porn parody of Ricky Stenicki.
Ricky Sticky.
Here's one thing that I do have to say about porn parodies before we stop talking about them. One of the best, and I really encourage people to try and find this on the internet, one of the best pieces of media I've ever consumed is the Bridesmaids porn parody. It was just like a perfect piece of film. It's like hard for me to say film.
This is a film.
But it's actually really funny, like in its own way, like funnier in parts than the original. So if you're looking for something to do again, you're not going to work, watch the Bridesmaids porn parody. They even have the scene where they eat the weird meat.
So it's like is it like a movie?
It's like a movie.
There's like continuity,
Yeah. And
but
scenes.
with sex scenes.
Yeah. I actually don't even remember a single sex scene. I just remember like the
film.
The film. The film. I honestly might watch it again.
Very cool. I think the only parody I've ever watched was a Scooby-Doo thing.
Was someone the dog?
No, but there's a scene where I believe it's, what are their names?
Shaggy, Scooby, Daphne, Fred.
Daphne and Fred
Okay.
are making
Velma.
love inside of a haunted house.
Oh, that's cool.
And Scooby-Doo is in the room, but Scooby-Doo is a bulldog in a Scooby-Doo costume. Like that you would get for
actual
Halloween.
dog?
Yeah, it's a
They
real
expose
dog.
an actual dog to sex.
They expose an actual dog to sex. I do think there's something a little, like, I think it pushes the line a little to have an animal in a porno sex scene that someone has intended to jack off to.
Yeah.
And also the first, like, it was quite long. And I think I would say the first like 20 minutes were just two girls rubbing their butts, obviously as Velma and Daphne.
Yeah.
Rubbing their butts in the back of a van.
That's cool.
But it was good.
What about this?
Okay.
A haunted hotel where you go to have sex and get scared.
A haunted love hotel.
Mm-hmm.
They have the heart-shaped hot tub.
Yep.
But
there
there's
are people in your
also
room
people in
dressed
your
up as
room.
witches and ghouls.
And it's all being filmed.
Yeah. And it's for like a porn
Good cause.
parody.
It's a charity event.
It's a charity event.
Hosted by Susan Boyle.
And all of the proceeds go to fixing up the hotel to get the ghosts exorcised.
Over easy, hard boiled. What are we doing here? Well,
anyways, just an idea.
On that note, this has been episode 5.
We're done already?
Yeah, it's
Wow,
been
that's crazy.
31 minutes.
But should we let the people know about the olives?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We are about to transition into the next Patreon bonus episode where we will be tasting olives.
I don't want to do it.
And giving our live reaction to the flavor of olives. So if you love olives, if you hate olives, hop on over to patreon.com/samandmatty.com where we have bonus episodes, demos, documentaries, other nonsense, and you can find out what we think about these olives. And I'll tell you, we got a few olives, and we're going to taste them. Anyway, I love you.
Bye.